My friends, do you ever cook something that's just so dang good you just don't want to forget how you cooked it? So I did an experiment tonight. So I haven't shared this with a lot of people, but I've become a vegan here lately. I'll explain that later. I'm kind of a reluctant one because I didn't want to be, but I have become one anyway. So I want to show you something that I've been struggling with how my cooking, how to cook the most healthy thing, something that really fills me up and is really good. So let me share something with you. I don't want to forget this recipe. I'm doing this more for myself than anything else. So here goes. So I should say my pug's over here drinking water. So if you hear that noise, that's what's going on. It's a pug drinking water. Over here it is in the stir fry pan. So I got this new stir fry pan at Aldi today for 10 bucks. What a buy, and I gotta tell you, it was great. First of all, I've been trying to cut back on oil, and I promise you one of the best oils for zero trans fat type things. Some of the best oil you can use is safflower oil. It is almost like water. It is so light and thin. And so you can use just a little bit of it. I use like 2 tablespoons of oil to cook this massive amount of food that I've done here, and I've already eaten a big bunch of it. So what is this? I cut up 2 big old bell peppers about this big. I cut up a butternut squash, about a medium-sized butternut squash, peeled it, didn't peel it, just cut it out from the peel, and it's kind of a hard thing to do, but not real hard. Also in here, I have some, I took broccoli and I cut the tops off the broccoli, put broccoli in there. There is some asparagus. I cut the asparagus up. You can see asparagus kind of stems and tops and everything in there. Then there are, let's see, I put some mushrooms in it. I had some mushrooms left over that I didn't want to go bad. They're still good, so it has mushrooms in it. And then I also put some sunflower seeds in there to kind of give it a nutty flavor. And the very last thing I did was I put some marinara sauce in it. And I'm going to talk about the seasoning that I did here. So I'm trying to cut back on salt. So you're going to see some salt products here, but I use them very sparingly. First of all, that marinara sauce there you can get at Aldi. And that is some of the cheapest marinara sauce you're ever going to find. I can't remember how much it was. It was like super cheap though. But boy, is it good. It's really excellent. And if you look at what's included in it, it's good content. It's not got full of a whole bunch of sugar or any kind of mess. I used a little bit of Lawry's, or Lawry, however you want to say that, their seasoning salt. Not much. More than anything, I used that smoked paprika, which is pretty expensive. McCormick makes that. But I've really started liking that a lot. I used a little bit of Paula Deen stuff because Nikki had it in there. I didn't use a whole lot of that, though. Again, I used a whole lot more of this. Now, this, you can buy these. These are like 4 different seasoning things for dipping sauces. And I've tried to stop dipping oil in bread and putting this stuff in it. So I used this Tuscany blend tonight. So that's what was in it. A little bit of salt, garlic, basil, tomato, green bell pepper, which is already in there anyway, soybean oil, parsley, dehydrated. So I used a good bit of this, a little bit of that, and half a jar of marinara sauce, really just to give this thing more like body than anything else. And I stir fried it till it's nice and soft, but not overly soft. So there's nothing in there that's crunchy. It's just I don't want to overcook things, but I don't like to undercook them either. Now, what I had intended was to put this in a bed of, or over a bed of brown rice, lentils, and split peas. So they're equal in there. You can see the lentils in here, see the brown rice, and you see split peas. So this is all the stuff you buy in a bag real cheap from Walmart. So that's what I was going to use. I thought about cooking some whole wheat pasta, but instead I went with this. But here's the deal. I got hungry, and it smelled so good that I cooked it all. I put the seasoning in toward the end, about the last 5 minutes of the stir fry. Probably took about 15-20 minutes to stir fry this. And then I put the marinara sauce in also within the last 5 minutes or so. And I made myself a bowl, not even a huge bowl, kind of a medium-sized bowl of this. And it was so good on its own. I gotta tell you, it was just awesome. Now, one more thing I did, and again, it does add a little bit more sodium, but not so bad. I put probably about 2 or 3 dashes of Texas Pete. Now that is salty, so that did give a little bit, but it gave also some pizzazz to it. I like the peppery flavor. So when I ate my bowl of this stuff, it did have a little bit of Texas Pete in it, and I ate a bowl of this, and I felt so full and fully nourished. It's like one of the best vegan concoctions I've ever come up with. So I do like to cook and experiment a bit. So tomorrow for lunch, I am going to make a bed of rice, lentils, and split peas. I'm going to put this over the top of it and take it for lunch, and then I'll have it tomorrow night probably for dinner too. I mean, it's really, really excellent. I am not kidding. The butternut squash is, you wouldn't think of putting that in there, but butternut squash, again, broccoli, bell peppers, asparagus, mushrooms, some sunflower seeds, marinara sauce, and a little bit of seasoning. I didn't even put any water or anything, and I mean, I just barely. If I use 2 tablespoons of that, I'd be surprised. This stuff really goes a long way. So that's Lou Anna brand safflower oil. Check out safflower oil. Actually, a doctor this past week, my family physician, Tom Meek, gave me a chart that showed, maybe I'll include it in this video, that showed all of the best quality cooking oils. And it's sort of the program I'm in now. It's called a CHIP program, Complete Health Improvement Program. It kind of frowns on you using oils at all, really. But you need a little bit. Maybe you don't, but I like to put still just a little bit of oil. I'm still leaving just a little bit of bad in there, a little bit, maybe a tad more salt than I should have, and a little bit of oil. But I gotta tell you, that is power-packed, good vitamins kind of meal there. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like, and hey, give me your thoughts on what might be a really great vegan meal or what I might do to improve this one. Thanks.